Welcome back to Limbus Company, Weekly Mirror Dungeon. This time we're going to be doing our weekly hard run, and we're going to be trying to do the thing, just do a lot of damage in a single hit. So we're going to be running Sinking. We're going to see how well that works, right? We're using the Spice Burst, of course, not so when you run too frequently Sinking anymore, because, usually it's just better to have Solemn Lament. But we got to do the funny big burst damage. As far as what we actively want here, kind of like you. Just do this, or do we do this? Let's do this. Cool. That'll work. Just kind of random E selection, but it should be good. We could choose all three starting gifts, which isn't that big of a deal, but still nice to do. Just get some of them out of the way. Because we're gonna go for like the fusion gifts. So the big strat in general here. We've got a bunch of refreshes, so we can refresh for something good. Unloving isn't the worst idea. Oh, we can just straight up go for Wayne Nightmare. Oh, let's just take that then. Yeah, I'll take a different tier 3 here. Cool. Yep. The strat is go for skin profit, which is why I took all those reuses. Speaking of the devil, that's really funny. I don't know I don't think we could do it now because we don't have, like, the ego gifts. I mean, we theoretically definitely could, but it would take a while and it would probably be, like, annoying. We'll just take the ego gift and we'll come back to you later. We'll come back to you later, Pally. There's a couple floors we can get skin profit on. I feel like not a lot of super late ones, so we might want to try and get it out of the way, like floor 3 or something, so we're gonna try and get as much stuff, like, powered up before then. Right? And then we'll just keep on going for floors with skin profit. I didn't... My team was auto-selected. I've got, like, whatever team I was using for, the mid-chapter is still selected. Nope. We're not sending that. We're gonna want to get you a lot of skill changes. We'll have you deployed first. Might as well. Just for the convenience factor, That'll work. Cool. That will work wonders, I'd say. Alright. Now we're actually in it. I like took a second to realize, wait a second, my team is not right whatsoever. I think the funny thing is the thing I noticed first was the erudition, and I'm like, wait a second, why do I have DHMR? Usually he's not like a front runner for Sinking. And then I like looked at the rest of the team and I saw like Blading Jaw and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is not right. It sure isn't. But yeah. It's a simple enough plan. It's really like the only thing we're going for this run. Maybe we'll go for the thing where we solo a fight on floor 6 or something this run. I'll probably try and get something good for that going on. Who knows, maybe floor 5 I'll switch like Earl King or Wild Hunt to like Suncliff and just see how it goes from there. I don't know, I'm not too concerned. We'll get that one done eventually, one of these runs, right? But yeah, I don't have Haisho Otis yet, but I'm pretty sure this Mirror Dungeon run should give me enough event currency to get her. And then, like, next week's run, I can like, shard Ryoshu, and then I can do a Rupture run with them, and see how that goes, right? We'll try going for the new floor here. It's not going to be, like, a priority, but I think I can only get the resources I desire if I get that. I assume it's, like, locked to floor 5 right now, like they normally do with event stuff, right? Is it actually? I don't know. It might be locked to a different floor, or maybe it's, like, floor 4 or 5. We'll see. I do know it's funny because you have to actually, like... The boss is the sweepers, which sounds pretty funny. I haven't done the floor at all yet. Isn't there, like, 3 fusion gifts or something like that? Like, there's, like, a middle one, a Haisha one. It might just be a middle and Haisha one. I actually don't know. I know there's a middle one, and I haven't seen anything else. Fitting we're getting middle ones since we are getting more middle stuff next week. Warren and Claire. Pretty cool. More middle stuff is funny. I like middle. I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with Sinclair. Wonder if there'll be any, like, sort of, like, synergy with Hexnail going on, right? Like, because Hexnail is his Envy Ego. It's really nice to have Envy Egos on a middle team, on an Envy team, logically enough. And, like, the main thing about it is, like, it gives him, like, buffs for having, like, debuffs on self. So who knows, maybe he'll end up being, like, a minor bit of self-bleed or something, like, count but no potency or something weird like that. I definitely could see them going in the direction of middle, like, wanting a lot of debuffs on the enemy similar to Ring, I guess. Or at least benefiting from having some debuffs, since they already have that special debuff of their own. And I think, like, Mark of Vengeance is going to be better just now that there's so many unbreakable coins, and, like, chances are in, like, modern content, you're going to be getting hit every single turn, right? I'll take that, yeah. You're going to be getting hit, like, every single turn, so you're always going to have Mark of Vengeance on, like, an enemy. Or at least that's how I'm perceiving it in my brain. Nothing good? Okay, that's fine. We got our Yisung skill change here, so that's good. And we've got a bunch of singing stuff right now. Yeah, cool. So we're looking good. We're getting a Midwinter Nightmare for clearing this floor. You need Midwinter Nightmare for the new fusion, right? I think so. Golden apple. Cool. Etc. Cool. Bang. No, we need a... What am I saying? We need a lowest star. What? I think I'm about to talk about... Whatever. Yeah, so the new singing fusion gift, we need Cantabile and the, coat thingy. And then we need to pair that with, a distant star and the thorny path. Yeah, okay. Simple enough. You resist gloom. That's lame. Quite lame indeed. That's fine though. We've got a lot of gloom to force feed you anyways. Don't worry, little apple. We've got enough gloom to feed you your entire life. Heathcliff, bring out the echo, the ruinous... What's it called? Ruin something? Whatever the thing is skill 2 inflicts, that just is just kind of more sinking against sanity enemies. It doesn't do really anything whatsoever except for, like, reduce coin rolls. Whatever. You get what I'm saying, or you don't. Either way. And we, of course, still get to clash because you're... It's very... Why does False Apple still use things after the part gets broken? It's very silly. I think it's because it's, like... I mean, I get that it's not, like... It's, like, just not staggerable, I guess, right? That's going on with it. And that's weird. Which part is more? Yeah, okay, cool. As is fairly expected. And you die from the second going through and don't get the sinking deluge you. That's fine. I'm not concerned. Yeah. Take the cost. And we got a Midbear Nightmare. Cool. So that's one part of the normal fusion gift. Hell's Dragons is really good for the fusion fodder. Do you roll for something better, though? I've kind of missed the opportunity to go for you, and I'm not that bothered. Because even if we do get that, like, we can't get the other fusion gift. I think they're. I don't think either of these can show up on floor 3. Probably shouldn't have gambled. There's like nothing good here. Fine. Should have just gone for Hell's Chicken. It's just such a good floor to go to, but I feel like I've gone to it like every run recently. Like, the issue is it's just really good just being able to get a bunch of tier 3s for free on floor 2. Sure, we'll take this. That'll work. But yeah. Okay, what are you thinking? Going for the bottom path? Yeah, cool. That'll work. We'll be able to fight the Pegatule. Get a little bit more cost from that. Should work out pretty well. Yeah. Nice, good old sinking deluge. Good old singing deluge. Okay, we'll try and make sure we can get. I think definitely want to make sure we can get the normal fusion gift this floor. I mean, which I think is doable, right? We'll need to like fuse for the tier 2. But like we have Headless Portrait, we have Midwinter Nightmare. We just need to get the Tangled Bones, I think it's called. The new Tomb of Bone gift, right? New in like heavy quotation marks because it's like several months old at this point, but still relatively new. Shame we don't have like a better terminology for like the new like set of like fusion gifts, because I just say the new fusion gift or the old fusion gift because like I don't really know a better way to refer to them. Okay, you guys. Oh, let's go! Let's go. I feel like I never get to see this background, which is a shame because I love pressing the buttons. In case you don't know what I'm doing, whenever you see this specific background, if you press the 1 key, the door like disappears and reappears out of existence. 2 changes like the red lights on the side, and then 3 will make it like play an actual opening animation. And then it closes automatically. It's quite awesome. And you used to see this background like so much in like Mirror Dungeon 1, Mirror Dungeon 2. Did you see it in Mirror Dungeon 3 that much? I don't know how much it was in 3. Maybe a bit. Probably a bit, just because of how it was then. But, either way, like, you barely ever see it nowadays, thanks to just the change in times. Neutral? You know what? I believe in you, Ishmael. You got that neutral. I believe in you. Ba-da-ba-da-beep-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-beep-ba-bum. Bum. Okay, that one's just slightly alive. Okay, Ishmael did carry. Let's go. And they're all pretty close to death. Yeah, we're chilling. Dante. Is it hailing outside again? What is that noise? A little bit, yeah, alright. That's interesting. I don't think my mic's picking that up usually, because my mic's usually pretty good about not picking up like that sort of thing. But if so, whoopsies. Oh, Eldritch Snare, sure. Another thing out of the pool, that's good. We do need our tier 2s right now, though. There's another Yisong skill change, we'll take it. Let's see, Sinking Roll. Skeletal Chrome, that's not the one we need, but we'll buy to get it out of the pool and then fuse some tier 2s. Like, there's gotta be. I think, is the coat also a tier 2? I think it is, so we might get that. Which is fine if so, but we've got a fair bit of tier 2s already, right? So we could end up being fine here. We fuse it away. Is that 2-2? Something like that? Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Tingle Bones! Alright, that's what we're looking for. So now we do a bit of this, and there's Black Sheep music. Alright. Pretty good. Now, as far as the, other fusion gift, do we not have a single part of it? I don't think we do. Because it's the for the tier 1, it's the Cantabile and, Thorny Path, which we don't have either. Tier 2, there's, like, the coat. Not the gray coat, but, like, the coat from, like, Bionde's guy. And the tier 3 is Distant Star. That's fine. Roll. We don't really have much we want to sell right now, so doesn't matter too much. Alright. Black Sheep music does make stacking sinking a lot more manageable because it means that like half of the sinking, like we get enemies get like sync count equal to like half the times we hit them each turn effectively. And like yes, 5 sinking potency per hit. Enemies or parts of sinking regain half of that sinking they lost last turn, so just half the hits they take. And you hit a target with less than 0 SP, you just get some more gloom damage. Kind of like a little, like, butterfly effect. Not like butterfly effect, but like a little butterfly status. Like a mini one. Not to be confused with the butterfly effect, well known for, like, its use in, like, time travel antics. Cool. And like half of Yisong's skills are just his skill 3 now, so we do not need to worry about that. If honestly, the thing we will need to worry about is him having too many of those. He won't be able to inflict the sinking, like, just for the sake of building it up that easily. Oh, I forgot to give him... I meant to equip his Bygone Days just because it's pretty nice for this bit. Especially because it's real stupid with Echoes of the Manor. Okay, we'll do that next shop if I remember. Because that'll just be like 100 costs to change it. And maybe is there any other big change we need to do? Oh, actually, I think we need to put Solomon back on Cracker. I'm pretty sure I've got AED equipped because of Rupture Antics. Okay. Easy enough changes to make. Take the battery slugger just because it's a tier 2, better than nothing. And from this point onward, I guess we look for goodie. I guess we also just are trying to look for skin profit floors. Nothing good. Not really seen anything good we want though. Like, I'd like a distant star floor just so it could show up, but doesn't seem too likely. Stormback could be a good sinking target. I guess like Centipede also is nice. Is Centipede on which floor? Is Centipede Falling Flowers or is it the Tearful Things? It's Tearful Things, okay. That is another boss that's like good to keep in mind for being potentially funny for this bit. But like none of the guys on this floor could tank it very well, I don't think. We'll go Falling Flowers. We'll try a little bit, right, against, like, Dongback. Because, like, we can't kill her first 2 turns, right? So there's, like, a little bit of a built-in, like, roadblock. Skin profit is still the main priority on that front, though. Look at those idiots enjoying themselves. Those are robots, Virgilius. They can't think, I'm pretty sure. Because, like, they were made to not follow, or not break, like, the AI ethics amendment stuff. So they're being, like, remote controlled, I think. Pretty sure that's what's going on with them. It's something along those lines. Pains me to think. 6. Really? 6? Wait. Okay. Sure thing, I guess. That's not a lot of enemies, not gonna lie. It's quite a small amount of enemies. Okay. Yeah, just you left. Cool. Normally there'd be reinforcements since it's floor 3, but I guess maybe this floor isn't necessarily like that. That means if we go for like another normal encounter, it probably would be likewise, but we're gonna go for Elite for more. I mean, this is fine because it's a tier 3 we can fuse away, even if the actual tier 3 is pretty bad. Okay, never mind. You're a failure, Rodion. Okay, this is a tier 3 though. And this is one we're actually gonna be able to get, yippee. First aid kit. I don't really care about my units surviving too much, so we can definitely fuse that away without feeling too bad about ourselves. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the new fusion kit for this floor unless we get like a stupid cracked shop. I guess we might be getting a super shop here. I wasn't paying attention to super shop chances, but we don't have like an insane amount of cost right now, so I don't know how much we'll be able to make use of that. But if we can get a bunch of singing gifts, if we can aim for getting a floor 4 new fusion, what is it, like the wave? Is it like, ancestral wave or something like that? Maybe ancestral's the wrong word. I feel like it's something with an A. I don't know. Whatever the new fusion gift is, the one that's like a little like wave. What's it called? Impending ruin. I knew it was like something. I was like ruinous. Yeah, impending ruin. I was talking about it like 15 minutes ago at this point though, so not that it really matters. Okay. You will die. I think it's safe to say. A little bit of gloom resonance going on here to trigger like Otis's passive and stuff. I think it's just Otis's passive on this team, right? There's a couple like, actually no, it's also Gregor's, right? They've both got gloom res. There's a decent bit of like 3 gloom res sinking units, because it also applies to like Reindeer Ishmael and Diechi Honglu and that sort of stuff. Nebulizer, interesting. Didn't get soup. We're on normal. We are on normal. Oh. That explains why we haven't seen Cantabile or the coat at all. Alright. I really quickly sent it back. We're new run this time, more or less the same things going on. Haven't gotten any Yisung's skill changes yet, which is a little unfortunate. But, looking fairly solid overall, I'd say. Didn't get super shop here, that's fine. We go for Yisung's skill change and other good stuff. Book of Vengeance, very silly. Sinking refresh. Rag is nice. That's not stuff we actively need, though. We have all the tier ones we need. There we go, Yisung skill change, cool. Just wanted to make sure I got at least one of those in there, just for convenience sake. But yeah, we've gotten a bunch of stuff that's good here. We can probably just fuse what we're looking for now, right? We've got a lot of tier 3s and some tier 3 dupes, because I went Hell's Chicken this time round. Yeah, we have Cantabile, we've got the, Faded Overcoat, that's what it's called. So we can get the mid-step one. We have Thorny Path. We don't have Distance Star yet, so we'll need to fuse that real quick, which is pretty easy, right? There we go, that'll work. Distant Star, cool. So Distant Star, Searching Glove, and Thorny Path. And there we go. What's it called? Impending Wave, okay. Yeah, doing HP damage enemy with the singing skill inflict more potency and count at turn end once per turn for each enemy. Gloom Rust and sinking on all enemies. We stack skill target sinking. Inflict defense level down. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. It's just more sinking. Okay, and we can get the tier 4 here while we're at it, I think. Just for convenience's sake. No real reason not to, after all. We've got a lot of filler. Fragment decay, that's fine. We'll just live with that for now. I think so, yeah. Okay, we're looking good, though. Should get a super shop next floor. Is this Moth? I want to say it's Moth, right? I don't think this... I know this is a skin profit floor, but I think they've got, like, the exact same, like, weaknesses, funnily enough. But yeah, it's Moth. Simple enough. You're losing your clutch. Oh, I forgot to do the ego changes. That's alright. We're chilling. You shouldn't be too bad. We should just be able to stack singing in you and then you die. That's the hope, at least. There's some little dire clashes going on here. Not really something you'd like to see. But, it'll probably be fine. Our moth can definitely do a lot to us, but we'll get better, right? That's usually how it goes. That's how the story goes. Nice. That echoes the manor's going to be going on next turn as well, just for, you know, more sinking gaming. And you're Gloom weak, like, no matter what, so... The fact that we don't have a tier 4 does not matter here. Maybe it'd be more... I actually don't know. It's possible it would slightly matter, depending on how your resistances go. Because I'm not fully certain. Oh, right, Rupture Protection. I always forget that your evade does that, god. Because it's... Oh, it's only 1.2. Okay, it wouldn't have been raised anymore, though, because it only raises it to the highest weakness. So, like, it wouldn't change anything. Yeah, that's not the biggest Gloom weakness, actually, all things considered, huh? How silly. Let's see, you hit that. You hit that. You? Yeah, okay, that works. Or maybe, yeah, that works. That works, that works. We'll just hit you a bunch to pop some sinking here and there. And you should die this turn, I think. Yeah, 400 HP. Simple enough kill. Simple enough. Oh yeah, I guess Cyborg is another really good option, isn't it? That's something we can all stack a stupid amount of sinking on. Especially if we just don't bother with the factory. Something to keep in mind, I suppose. I'll take a random. I don't particularly need the sinking stuff at this point. We don't actually get anything super major here. We'll take these, though. The ones we don't have, just because might as well. Don't really think we're going to be fusing away much of anything. Oh, Season of Flame gives us another opportunity. I think we'll go for that, then. Yeah, makes the most sense. And it looks like floor 5 is, in fact, where the Nocturnal Sweeping floor is locked to. Which makes sense. I think that's normally how they do it, right? We go here. We're going to get a bunch of Burn Yugits that don't do anything for us this floor. That's fine. Oh yeah, I did also use my, like, secondary team for a bit just to get their sanity up. Just so I'd have better time with events. There's a chance we get the Skin Profit event fight here, too, as well, right? That's possible. We'll see. You're hopeless. God, why do these guys start with so many attacks? That's mean. Oh, we can pop, like, a Rhyme Shank. Might as well. It's only gonna hit, like, 2 of them. That's still nice. We'll win the clash and we'll just get a bunch of random sinking on the enemies. And we do get, like, the additional powers things. In fact, we do have the sinking fragment, right? The fragment of decay. Solid deluge. Solid. Nothing insane, though. It's not what we're looking for. I haven't gotten, like, any of the achievements for getting a super big single hit yet. So if this all goes according to plan, I'll get a bunch of, like, experience on the achievements, like, past thingy all at once, which sounds quite nice. Okay, yeah, you're hitting us. Mean. While you're foaming. Please stop foaming. The crab has rabies and is trying to spread it to the sinners. Truly tragic stuff, but, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. The sinners will die. And it'll get better. But, like, they will die. So, eh. Them's the breaks, right? Another Blood Steep Sand. You don't have any sinking yet, but we'll stack it up by hitting you a little bit here, so it should still be pretty solid, yeah. Gaming. Gamering. And yeah, more mass attacks we can't do much about. I guess you're hitting like some of your allies too. Oh, I just got staggered here? No? Oh, I guess she didn't. Okay, I thought she did, but no. Not quite there yet. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Why is it playing this music for, like, the crabs? Like, it's not the crab music, it's like the casino battle music, which is certainly random. It's so good sometimes in Mirror Dungeon. Sometimes the music is just super random for seemingly little to no reason. Nice. Cool. We're gaming. Okay. Is that... Oh, right, there's still 2 more. Indeed there is. That is how the reinforcement battles usually tend to work, believe it or not. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? These guys will die. Bulky little crabs. They cannot handle the sinking forever. Fortunately, you die before we get to funny singing Deluge You, but that's alright. I guess something else that could be a pretty good solid target is if we could find, like, a human fight that's fairly bulky, right? Like, maybe Nelly? She's got a fair bit of HP, and, sinking would work well there. I don't know. You would die instantly, yeah. Alright, worth it. I'll take my cost and leave. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Ho ho ho. Okay, just a bunch of Wrath guys. It looks like it. I'm not even attacking that much. You're mean. Neutral, cool. Favored, decent. Dominating though, yeah, okay. That'll work. Alright, cool. So that'll be what we actually clash with. And just... I guess some of our people are a little bit whittled down by the crab fight, which could be a bit of a problem, right? Because that'll be the thing. Do we have anything for healing? I don't know if I've got anything for healing. Do I have, like... Prejudice, maybe? I don't even know if I do I? I might have used it away, or that might have been the previous run. That's the thing with doing 2 runs back-to-back, and one of them you only did, like, half of. Very easy to get confused as to what happened and what didn't happen. Let's just not bother with you, yeah. Kill the guy next turn. No need to risk taking the counter damage when we could just not hit that guy. Cool. And now it's just you left. Okay, yep. That'll work. Risky Judgment alone is going to do a lot of damage. You're Gloom weak. I guess you're Blend weak, so it's not like the strongest thing ever, but you know, a lot of sinking, a lot of death coming your way. And beheaded. Snap, beheaded. Oh, there's lithograph. Okay, well, there's our healing. Alright, cool. Gaming time. Like, why do I always think you're gonna be slash weak? Yeah, because you're not. Are you when your statuses change? Are they different? Lose resistance. You are blunt and effective. I don't remember. We'll see it once we do bits. Well, I mean, the plan here is quite simple. This bottom left candle is in for a rude awakening. And when I say rude, I mean rude. Like, this poor candle's just getting beaten to death. I guess it probably isn't, like, alive. So I probably don't need to feel bad. Probably? I mean, like, it doesn't move. It, like, shoots fireballs, but, like, that isn't an indicator of it, like, being living whatsoever, right? I don't know. I feel like they're probably not alive and are just, like, weapons being used. But, you know, maybe that's, rude to assume like that. I assume these guys are gloom weak enough, right? Like... Yeah, you're 2 times, okay. I was like, I know they're pretty gloom weak, and I assume that means we're chilling, but figured I'd take a quick little gander. Hitting you a bunch. Cool. And it looks like Rodion's being targeted by all skin profit stuff since, you know, aggro, but that is very fine for us. Since she can tank it pretty well. We're gonna get you to max before popping it, I think. Just for the safety, I guess, right? Is it gonna be max here? It might. We're hitting you a bunch. I mean, it'll be close enough. Yeah, you're like late. Okay, yeah, this will work. Cool. You're not actually inflicting count. You're actually not inflicting count. You're not actually inflicting count. You're also not actually inflicting count? Okay, so it's actually not worth hitting yet with, like, any of those people. We can corrode Rhyme Shank. We can, use normal Rhyme Shank. That should work well. Yeah, well, if people just hit the other candles this turn, right? Might as well. Because then we'll Blood Steep Scent you. And that should work pretty well. Should do what we wanted to do, right? It's not max technically, but like it might be close enough. Actually, once Yusong deals with you, you'll be... Oh, okay, you are once Yusong hits you. Cool. Well, there's 20,000 damage in a single hit. Or single attack. It's not a single hit, but a single skill. That's pretty good. And now we can just kill Skin Profit, and that should count towards the funny. Now we're gonna put you through, like, unimaginable horror, Skin Profit. If you thought it looked like fun, you haven't seen anything yet. Some mistress commands. I feel like lithograph probably, like, indicates that we're just going to be able to deal with the sweepers, like, without any worry whatsoever. Like, that healing should, counterbalance it real hard. Okay, let's take a look now. Because I believe we should be able to check right now. I'm pretty sure that sort of stuff doesn't require you. Ones that don't, like, specify, like, finish the run with blank, usually you can just do whatever. Did I not check this? Oh, I guess I didn't. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that. And that's like a bunch of experience. It's like 2 levels, which is cool. A little more progress, right? A couple of random things I still need to deal with. I've dealt with all the load up and shop ones, and that one, of course, is just doing everything else. So I need to do these 2 combat ones, just a bunch of clears, and then these 2 I can do on my own pretty easily. They're just kind of nothing ones. Probably you'd play a little bit weirdly, but nothing that can't be handled with much issue for it. Oh, super shop time, finally. What do we even care for at this point? Just skill changes, I think, right? You can get more skill 3s for Yusong. Not that it matters much at this point, but it's still funny. Breaker skill 3, that's nice. Oh, peace relationship, that's nice. We just buff ourselves up a stupid bit now. If we can get things that are good for solos, that's also not a bad play. I probably shouldn't have sold that yet. I need to, yeah, well. Look at these relationship plus plus. I forgot we want to upgrade compass. That one's not infused away for anything, so that's also a solid bit. Let's make sure we fuse the tier 4 first, though, while I'm thinking about it. Okay, yeah, we don't have anything to fuse the tier 4 with, because we told that. Okay. That's alright. Is there any random tier 3s to buy? Eh, it doesn't matter. Sell some stuff. And get compass to plus plus as well now. Whoops. And then I'm not too worried about, like, the ego, like, changes or anything at this point. We have achieved our goal. We might get... No, that's bull. It is very funny how all 3 bosses on this floor are Gloom Sloth weak, right? One of them's Gloom Sloth and then, like, nothing. One of them's Gloom Sloth Blend, the other one's Gloom Sloth and Slash. That is certainly something... Oh, right, we gotta reselect order. Well, we don't need you first anymore. Oh, I didn't even realize I don't have you max leveled. Oh. Same for Otis. I always forget to check that. I just assume everything's max level, which is not, like, a safe assumption whatsoever, usually. Right? Because, like, I don't level up my units that hard. Most of them are, like, level 40 at least, right? So it's not that big of a deal, but definitely something. Immediate Bloodsteep Scent is, not exactly what I was looking for, but... I mean, it could work. It very well could. Favored, gambling, I love gambling. Oh, cool, sure. We'll get, I mean, it'll do decently just because we'll get some potency built up immediately, right? Yeah, like, that's, like, immediate 600 damage. It does spend all your sinking, but, like, that's no worry. We don't really have any great sinking count things this turn, so until the very end with us. With risky judgment, that's what it was. Okay. I was like, what's their skill 3 named again? I immediately forgot. I was like, I was about to say summary judgment, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the thumb cards, and is not the right thing to say whatsoever. Okay, now we just one-side you and win. No need to bother with your funny little gimmick, Bullman. And, like, if you can live long enough to get... You're not gonna live long. Who am I kidding? You die in a Nightmare Hunt immediately. Gonna make a joke about how, oh, if you live long enough to get the sinking deluge, it'll be funny, but no chance in the world that happens. Ego resources, we don't need that. We just want money. Money. And now we can get some of these. That's pretty fine. I mean, that's pretty fine. I mean, these aren't, it's really nothing that scary. Nocturnal Sweeping, cool. Bunch of new ego gifts, jeez. We'll be able to grab a bunch of them. And we'll go on to next floor, so... Oh, that's fine, it's like sweeper images. We come across a dark interior. Wearing bamboo hats. Intercept intelligence, someone will be going for a lure tonight. Await orders, follow the operation team. It's a rupture either way. Let's await orders. Who will step forth? I don't have anyone who... Okay, this works well enough, though. I don't have any of the actual guys for this. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to skip through that. Sage Ghost inscriptions. With rupture, gain rupture activated 20 clash for MX2. Sure. Death rate gain more instead. Doing damage with death rate haste effect. To fix damage by death rate haste damage. Okay. Sure. It's a tier 3. It's probably needed for a fusion. It's probably like, do we get like, is one of the bamboo hats fusion or something? Wouldn't be surprised if that was it. Oh, this is a elite node. We'll go for that. I think elite node is Werner, I think, from what I heard. Potentially. Yeah, cool. My goat Werner. Oh, it's a... That's weird. Now, this isn't the only time it happens. There are a couple of situations where, there's an elite node that's a focused encounter. I think, like, some of the early floors do it. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think, like, Abandoned Factory, I think, does that bit. Because I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, there's not, like, any, like, the actual, like, Kanto, like, dungeon. The actual Kanto 2 dungeon doesn't have any, like, strong enemies that aren't just focus encounters, so they just do focus encounters for that one. They're doing that bit for this one, too. Makes enough sense. Did they do that for another middle fight on a different floor? Actually, they might have. Maybe, like, Matt Lost Mirror Dungeon or something. I don't remember. We can sing them to death without... Actually, no, that doesn't work like that. Well, we can sing Deluge them to death pretty easily. But we can stack singing pretty well. They'll be sad. They do have some negative coin stuff, don't they? I want to say they do, because I'm pretty sure they get, like, negative coin buff stuff for certain occasions, right? Yeah, Vengeance. Okay, that's a 12 minus 2. Like, even floor 5, I don't think that's that big of an issue. Maybe I'm pushing my luck by saying that. Maybe I'll regret these words. Maybe. Maybe not, though. Who can say? These guys should all end up dying sooner or later, right? It might be a little bit of the longest fight because they're a little bit bulky and sinking doesn't do well against normal enemies. That kills you though, solid 1,000 damage just then and there. Okay. Okay, we'll pull through. Maybe, I was about to say, like, maybe I shouldn't, like, underestimate a 12, but, you know, we win anyways. Oh, hello, Gregor! Hi, dog! He just did a big yawn, the mic might have picked it up. Good puppy. Etc. We can actually get a mass attack off here, that's funny. These guys are doing their counter stuff now, that's potentially fine. Question mark. Dominating, you can definitely handle that. Yeah, I shouldn't be I shouldn't be making fun of some of these attacks, I think. I think that's the moral of the story. I mean, neutral and hope for the best. You know what, I like that. I like just neutraling and hoping for the best. I think that's the way to do it. God, these guys' counters do a lot. Forgot about, like, the flat 20 stagger damage. Why was that a bad clash whatsoever, huh? Why was that a neutral? Whatever, I don't know. This game likes to be funny sometimes. Oh nice, that one doesn't get a counter. That's the one person who were pretty fine being countered because there's DHE Rodion, but still nice when it doesn't happen. Cool. The burn's ending him. Oh, there's little brother Werner, the goat. So excited for Wern Claire. Can you believe, guys? Wern Claire, just a week away. Just a week away. I'm so excited by this information. Okay, let's see. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking for that one? We could, like, more procession it. Favored. That's probably fine. We'll, like... we tech those. We tech those. Nice. Gain some more funny vendetta marks. I think we need to be a little cautious with your bit, right? Because what, you gain AoE on your, like, unbreakable coin attack thingies if you're targeting enemies with a certain amount of the Book of Vendettas, I think, right? Something along those lines. There's only a single target. We're not getting like the AoE thing here. I assume we're getting a Blood Seep sent next turn just because of how many you should have. Yeah, okay, cool. We pop that on Werner. How's his sinking looking? Pretty high. Okay, cool. That works then. And then that'll probably just kill you straight up. How much HP do you have? Oh, only like 300. Okay, yeah, that works then. Cool. And then just do something like that. Cool. This looks good. They're doing, some of these guys are doing their counter thingies again. I think they're not, it's not too big of a worry because you, yeah, that guy just dies. Otis, how much are you doing here, Otis? Does this guy have a stagger threshold within range? He does, okay, cool. So we don't have to take either of those mean counters. And we're killing at least 3 of them this turn, yeah. Because Werner dies, too. Nice warning out, and up he goes. He just flew away. He just got thrown into the air, and then he just, like, flew backwards all within the distance. That's the power of Werner, you know? Never underestimate Werner gaming. Yeah, this is a bit of a long... This is going to be a long floor in general, right? Unless you're running Rupture or you're grinding for the event stuff, it's going to be a floor that's, not always the best thing to do. I guess sinking especially suffers a bit because, well, these sure are sanity enemies, right? It's kind of how that sort of thing tends to go. If it sounds like I'm further away from my mic, it's because I'm petting my dog. Good boy. Cool. And then, as Mistress commands... There we go. Alright. Longish elite fight, but you know, it's worth it. It's worth it for Werner. Do it for him. Hair Stride. It's like a rabbit foot bit. Speed is faster than the targets. If I speed difference by 3, additional rupture, anything on the skills max 3. Sure. Take a random gift. Could be something good. Oh, Shadow Bamboo Hat. This is probably the other thing we need for the fusion. Hydro Pack Metal Branch Synergies gain 2 haste next turn. Speed is faster than the targets. When acting on physics, do more damage for every speed difference. Speed is faster than the targets. Take less damage. Okay, cool. Speed. Need for speed. Okay, it is a pretty really short floor, though. Probably to make... It's only like 3 nodes long. I assume to make up for the fact that the boss is long and the normal fights are kind of long. What's this gonna be? More middle. Okay. Should have figured. I feel like at this rate they should have made, like... I guess we're not encountering any of the normal encounters here, so I don't know what they are. Are the normal encounters high show back? Kind of feels weird, but I mean, it's the only thing that really makes sense at this point, I guess, right? Given what we've seen so far. That's weird. I feel like they should have made Werner, like... the Abno fight, because it's the folks encounter one, and then made High Show branch the elite nodes, and then just did the generic guys for the normal fights. I guess High Show branches the normal fights then, though. Unless the normal fights are just one of the, like, random, like, syndicate groups. Like Triax Gang, or the one that went unnamed. Who knows? Death? Not too many of these melee. There was, what, 7? Yeah, 7. Oh, Werner is here. Why does Werner get both? I mean, he deserves it, don't get me wrong. He is kind of goated like that, but... truly incredible stuff. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I love fighting the middle as the butler battle theme plays. Nice. I think next turn's when a bunch of them are going to do their counter bit, because I think it's every 3 turns. I think that's how their, like, skill rotation works. Love rotating their skills, don't they? Bunch of goofs like that. Bunch of jokesters. Okay, yeah, Werner should be ready for a brutal murder. Classic Werner. Once again, he's gonna be lifted into the sky and he's gonna be ascended away. Frankly, that's how Werner's gonna go in the main story one of these days. He's gonna just kind of raise into the light. I think that's a very Werner thing to do. Based on my years of Werner knowledge. Okay, you get countered, that's fine. You're not getting staggered or anything, and even if you did, we're probably fine at this point. Vengeance awaits you all. Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Let's get you back to bed, Grandpa. Off he goes. Into heaven. Okay, and a little bit of Remise. Should stagger, I think? Yeah, cool. How many are left? Is it a full steam still, or is it only 3? It's only 3. Okay, cool. We've got an Mistress Commands, we've got, Nightmare Hound, we've got a lot of strong stuff going on here. Do we have enough, I think? We do, cool. Mass Tech Gaming. And that should work. These guys are definitely not going to live long enough to use their counters. Like, they are bulky, don't get me wrong, but, I don't think they're bulky enough when it's only going to be 2 of them. And that guy's already almost staggered. This guy's getting risky judgmented. A lot of sinking. Once again, not that it's doing that much for us. It's just making them sad, but that's all you need sometimes. Sometimes you just want your enemies to be sad. And that's kind of an important thing you gotta learn in life overall. Okay, yeah, the other guy should die pretty easily. Just 90, okay. We popped that stuff there, that's for sure. Maybe we do something like this, actually. That'll work, yeah. Cool. Bottom guy's getting hit by the strong blunt attack. The strong blunt attacks do enough damage. Yeah, we're not even gonna get that deluge off. Not too surprised. Alright, cool. And then this guy should just die to the flurry of skill ones we've thrown his way. Nice. Victory. Okay, now we get to the actual, shop. Another hair stride, sure. I'll take the vestige. Yeah, the boss of the sweepers, of course. Let's see what we can find here. Not a super shop. Drat. Wasn't a super high chance, so I'm not that bothered, though. Let's do a rupture refresh, actually. I'm just curious. That's all I really care for from this floor, just to see the new stuff. Swishing fuel tank, sure. Only applies a 2 and 4 and take lethal damage 6% to not take a damage and heal 3 HP once per encounter. Don't exceed when skill damage exceeds the unit's max HP. When does that happen to the sinners? How frequently would that happen when the unit has HP healing down effect? What enemies inflict HP healing down? I know that a couple of our IDs do, but what enemies inflict that? Dude. Actually, maybe, I don't remember for sure, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised if the, generic, Fang Hunt guys did. I think so. Maybe. Who even remembers? Alright, let's try fusing some stuff. I'm curious if any of these things we have... I think are these two assumably 1? No. Okay. Is it hair stride and something? Is it a 3-year? Could be a 3-year. It's not a 3-year. Yeah, I've got no clue. I haven't gotten either of the middle ones. I know there's 2 middle ones. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me just fuse the thing I want. Real quick. Cool. Just figured I should get that out of the way. Quickly doing some fundraising. selling all the burn stuff, because we really do not necessarily need it. I'm just selling my outpost at this point, yeah. Technically, I am gonna go one more floor, so maybe I should, hold on to it until then, but I don't know if I'll make it to the next shop, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, do I really not have any of the fusion stuff here? Huh. So I've got those. I think that's all I have. I don't know. Well, we'll get stuff, couple things. Actually, let's just sell everything we don't need here. Might as well, right? We're gonna win this run, and I'm not super concerned about, like, the solo thingy. Either I'll do it or I won't. We'll hold on to, like, some of our healing stuff for that purpose, right? A little bit more refreshage. Oh, I thought that was the middle one. No, that's just a normal book. I was like, oh, that's a book. Not quite. Well, that's fine. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm just missing some obvious combination. Maybe you guys are, like, screaming at me for missing, like, the most obvious combination possible, but who knows. Weird seeing it without actually seeing, like, middle guys fighting in the background. This fight's cool. Very funny. Just gotta survive a while, right? That's how it goes. I think from what I know, it's basically the same thing, but, like, it's slightly less sweepers each wave, right? It's like 9 instead of 13, something like that. Oh. Yeah, 3 waves, it's only not 9. Okay, it's 9 instead of 13, cool. Yeah, so it's easier to cut through all of them if you've got the stuff for that. These guys should be sinking weak, right? Yeah. Because they should be 1.25 to sinking, because we have artistic sense. Changes sinking into whatever their weakest thing is, in this case, gluttony. These guys love living. But let's see if Send is a good way of killing them. This is a good way to do the overkill damage to make sure that they can't come back. Because if you do more damage than how much HP they have, they just straight up cannot trigger persistence. So that's quite nice. Okay. Nice 50 damage Requiem. I don't think we've horsed you up, like, at all. Which is funny to think about, but also, like, I don't think it's super necessary to do. Like, we could pop it. I didn't grab Rags, though. I could have grabbed Rags. It would have been pretty beneficial to have Rags, but too late for that, I'd say. Just too late. We're chilling. Okay. Bit of damage, it's fine. Lithograph's gonna keep everyone alive. Honestly, if we get some of our centers staggered, that would be nice. Earlier rather than later. Just stagger them so we can heal them back up and so that they're not close to being staggered again. That would be pretty good. Cool. Okay, is that the last 5? It is, okay. So if we kill all of these guys, we can end the wave prematurely. Which, I mean, I don't think we'll do it particularly prematurely. Maybe, like, a little bit, but we don't have, like, too much, like, Pierce Gluttony type stuff going on here. We've got a little bit with, like, Ishmael, right? But that's about it. Oh yeah, and I guess also, Yusong. He sure is Pierce, and he sure does have Gluttony on his skill 1. Not that he has that much skill 1s, because he's done a little skill changeage, but still. For the family. That's what they all say, buddy. Nice. Got that off. We get a little bit of risky judgment. Pierce weak. Okay, yeah, and it's just these guys. Cool. So we either kill them or we don't, right? Yeah, there's really not a lot to say in this fight, that's the thing. You just kind of gotta watch as, like, there's a bunch of, like, sweepers moving past and stuff, right? Different location now, yippee. And yeah, it's just 9 more. Oh god, there's some strugglings going on here. You got some coffin, that's nice. Actually, you can do a bit of that. That works pretty well for you. Okay, jeez. Are these ones innately stronger, or, like... Are they higher leveled? They could be. I've got no clue, right? I could see it being something like that, though. Well, we can, like, blind obsession, and that's good enough. Pierce weak. Pierce weak. It is very interesting how these guys just have sanity, right? If they didn't, they'd be dying super fast. They are, like, living enough, though, so that's how it goes. Blind obsession time. Cool. Full speed toward where the lights flicker. We also probably spam Sun Shower as well, right? Like, we had Zippolite like this entire run. We should be set on a lot of ego resources to just do some spammage. I'd think. Also, we have Delahan, yippee. Spam some of his skill 2s would be pretty beneficial. If we can get a kill with his skill 3 as well, would be nice to max out that coffin. Let's see. You're gonna pop this here. Does this kill? Solid, I mean, maybe, right? You've got persistence, so it's not trustworthy whatsoever. And we also do not have rags, so your alt skill 3 is pretty bad. If we pop it immediately and don't wait for the sanity to go down naturally, right? The first hit did literally 0 damage. What was that about? Oh, Gregor's being murdered. Lyndon Gregor moment. 23 HP. Yeah. Well, we're healing up with lithograph, I guess. So that's nice. That's quite nice. Some one-sideds. They're going for you, though. Okay. Rodin can handle some one-sideds. That's no worry. Just keep on fighting through the waves upon waves of sweepers. Okay, little scary there, but there's no situation in which we would have won that, or we would have lost that, because his max roll was equal to our min roll. But still a little scary when you tie with an ego like Sun Shower. When you tie with a Vav ego, that is scary stuff. Okay, that's some damage, you know, it's not much, it's you're doing your best. At least these guys are all sad, right? That's good. Oh, and you probably died to this anyways, right? Not quite. I was gonna say, I saw that you didn't have a lot of sinking, but I figured we might be able to do enough. 2 turns left of this one? Okay, cool. May as well pop that again. Yeah, we really should. Whenever the skill 1, just pop his, like, counter instead just to get back on Delahan. Just for, like, really just for the additional attack week from skill 2, if nothing else, right? Because that's nice. 7 coffin now, so pretty close. If we can get like one more coffin, if you can get like one more coffin, then we'll be able to get the the more attack weight on the skill too, which is nice. To kill all of them this turn? We do, okay. So that was nice, it was 1 turn early. Nice, and now final wave. I think it's like, what, 7 for this one or something? I think there's less for the final wave. Right? Yeah, are they higher leveled, I want to say? No, they're the same leveled, okay. No clue then. Get some healing going. Get a little blind obsession going. A little blood steeped scentage. We love Garden of Thorns. Is it Pride? I think, right? It should be. We got a 5 Pride res, so that's like good stuff this same turn. I think you need 6 for it to be next turn good stuff, but I think 5 means you get the good same turn stuff. If my Garden of Thorns knowledge is correct. Looks like it is, though. 2 Pride damage up, 2 Pride power up. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Okay. The horse. The horse is coming. Watch out, beware. All that sort of scary stuff. I think if we had Ishmael like evade or in the left slot, then we would be able to get the good Pride res, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We do not direly need Pride res, that's for sure. Okay. Good old powered up blind obsession. We don't have like charge fragment, so it's not like it's super insane. I mean, this one can use both charge fragment and poise fragment, right? Because it's got a little bit of both. Blood Steep Scent, this kills you. This is the part where I kill you. And we also Blood Steep Scent this guy, so you also die. You didn't even need to actually get deluged. You just died normally. Okay, that guy triggered his persistence. Is these the last 4? They sure are. Okay, cool. You know what that means. Fish. Might as well be funny here, right? Don't know how much we'll be able to actually do anything with any of these funnies, because, it's only 4 of them. And one of them's already out of persistence, so that one's gonna just die. Most likely, right? Blind Obsession should hit all of them, though, right? Because they're... Actually, do I have 1, 2, 3? They might... I don't know. It should hit all of them, though, right? So that's nice. Doesn't do a lot of damage. I couldn't tell if it hit all of them. I think it might have only hit 3. I can't tell. It's hard to see. Pains me to think. Garden Thorns. Hoorah. I didn't even see it. I don't even think we had any, like, even, like, slightly, like, good resonance this turn for Garden of Thorns. We're just popping it for the bit, though, right? You're low. You're low. I think we should be able to kill that guy. Oh yeah, we're blood deep sounding that. Cool. Is it just 1 left? It sure is. Has that guy triggered his persistence? I've got no clue. We got tails though, so I don't even know if we will kill either way. $26. Hmm? That wasn't enough now. Okay, cool. Well, it's just you left at this point, so persistence or not, you explode here. The answer is no. Oh, there we go. Survived. I assume it does that here too. Yeah, cool. Good stuff, good stuff. That is a victory. However, we need to parallel superposition a little bit, I think. First, we need to talk about parallel dimensions. Oh, we probably needed that, don't we? Oh, let's try getting to the shop on this one, just so we can do some fusion. What's a good choice here? None of these are really hitting a good vibe. Go unchanging, go for like a Pekatula fight. I think that's a good play, yeah. We're not going to be fighting the boss. We're going to be stopping before that. But if we can just, like... a little bit, right? So the plan here is to kill everyone except Rodin? Or do we kill everyone except Ishmael? I don't think she can evade. Yeah, okay, we'll kill everyone, though. That's the play. And then we'll send in Rodion and see how that goes. Might take a little bit. But, like, even against weak baby enemies, we should be able to do something eventually. It's 9 of them. These guys are... Yeah, this is definitely a fight Rodion can take. Okay. Well, we win that. That's fine. And he's going to be horsing around, so it might be a little hard to kill everyone. That's for sure. Because of the fact it's a weak baby fight. Yeah, there might be another Pegatula encounter on this floor, though. We could bet on that, potentially. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to kill everyone, honestly, right? Like, not exactly the easiest thing in the world when you, go for one that's fairly easily. It takes time. It takes two, as they say. I was considering, like, the bit, but, like, honestly, we don't even want Fell Bullet here because that'll probably kill all the enemies. Okay. Well, that's good damage, at least. There's a stagger on Yisung. If we can get, like, one death, then it'll, like, snowball, right? We'll lose a bunch of sanity, and then, like, that sort of stuff, and all that jazz, right? All that junk. A little more in despair. Like, this guy resists glooms, so, like, that's nice at least. I think it still does enough to stagger. Yeah. So that's fine. Well, there's another stagger. Honestly, I'm just gonna take the win. I don't know, I'll get this done eventually, that's for sure. But, like, I'm not too concerned. We got our victory. We've won the run. 200 of those, I think that's enough. And we get a bunch of Battle Pass levels. Hooray. Always satisfying to see. Up to, like, what, 79, I think? Cool. Don't think I've got any dailies to claim, so... should be good. Yeah, cool. Well, there's our 66 boxes. And, there's nothing else to claim, is there? I don't think so, yeah. We're slowly chipping away at some of these, you know? Doing the hard runs, we already got the important things out of the way. I'll get this done eventually. Just kind of takes, time, and I'm not super concerned. I'll probably do it, well, not recorded, because it'll probably take, like, an hour of just getting my units killed. Which doesn't sound fun. But yeah, we love singing Deluge. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching. and I'll see you all next time. Bye!